Where'd you steal this car from? The officer's voice is loud, deliberate. He wants everyone in the parking lot to hear. Don't play dumb with me. Step out. Pop the trunk. I know you people are always hiding something. Gloria Sanders keeps her hands visible on the steering wheel. Her voice stays quiet, respectful. Officer, I haven't done anything wrong. Can you please tell me? I'll tell you what's wrong. You're in the wrong neighborhood driving the wrong car. Now get out before I drag you out and call CPS on that kid crying in the back. Saturday afternoon, BP gas station, Richmond, Virginia. Gloria was buying snacks for her daughter's soccer practice. The officer saw a black woman in a clean minivan and decided she needed to be taught a lesson. He doesn't know who's watching from the middle row. By the time this stop ends, his badge is gone. 2 hours earlier, Gloria Sanders is doing what she does every Saturday, juggling spreadsheets, soccer schedules, and a 9-year-old who can't find her shin guards. She's an accountant at a mid-size firm downtown. Numbers make sense to her. They don't lie. They don't change the rules halfway through. Today she's supposed to get Zoe to Riverside Park by 3 o'clock for soccer practice. Simple, predictable, safe. Her phone buzzes. Text from Vincent, her husband. The car won't start. Can I catch a ride to the gym? I'll figure out a tow later. Gloria sighs. Vincent works nights. She works days. They communicate through shared calendars and stolen moments at the breakfast table. This is marriage after 15 years. Not romantic, just functional. She texts back. Fine, but you're sitting in the middle. The girls claimed the back. Vincent Sanders doesn't look like a police chief right now. When he climbs into the minivan 20 minutes later, he's wearing gym shorts and a faded college t-shirt. Hair still damp from a shower after another sleepless night shift. He's been chief for 5 months, still learning which fires to fight first, still figuring out who he can trust in a department that didn't ask for reform. He squeezes into the middle row. The back seats are already occupied. Zoe and her 2 teammates, Marcus Brown and Lily Moore, are arguing about who plays defense better. Dad, tell Marcus that girls can totally play defender, Zoe says. Vincent grins. Marcus, girls can totally play defender. Marcus rolls his eyes. That's not fair. You have to agree with her. That's called marriage, kid. The girls laugh. Marcus groans. Gloria smiles despite herself. For a moment, everything is normal. A dad going to the gym, a mom driving a carpool, kids arguing about soccer. This is the life they built. Ordinary, unremarkable, precious. Vincent's phone buzzes. He checks it. His face changes. The smile fades. Gloria knows that look. Work? She asks. Always something, he says quietly. She doesn't push. She learned early in his career not to ask for details. He tells her what he can, when he can. She respects the line between Vincent the husband and Vincent the chief, but she sees the subject line before he closes the email. Hughes, complaint number 12. She's heard that name before. Officer Clayton Hughes, 15 years on the force. Vincent's been watching him for months. Quietly, carefully, building something. She doesn't know what. She doesn't ask. We need to stop for snacks, Zoe announces from the back. Coach said bring healthy options. Gloria glances at the dashboard clock. 2:45. They have time. BP station on Midlothian, Vincent suggests. Yeah, quick in and out. The minivan hums down the road, windows cracked, spring air filtering in. Marcus is explaining a drill. Lily is checking her phone. Zoe is retying her cleats for the 3rd time. Vincent closes his email and tries to relax. Gloria focuses on the road. She installed a dash cam 6 months ago, after her friend Jennifer got pulled over and couldn't prove the officer was lying about her speed. Jennifer fought the ticket for 4 months. Lost anyway. Gloria learned the lesson. Keep receipts. Document everything. The camera sits on her windshield now. A silent witness, always recording. She pulls into the BP station on Midlothian Turnpike. It's a busy intersection, historic neighborhood on one side, newer development on the other, the kind of place where old money and new ambition meet and don't always shake hands. She parks near the convenience store entrance. The kids unbuckle, ready to pile out. That's when she sees it. The police cruiser, already there, idling near the air pump. Officer Clayton Hughes stands beside it, arms crossed, watching her park. Vincent sees him too. His jaw tightens. He doesn't say anything. Not yet. Gloria turns off the engine. The dash cam keeps recording. It always does for 90 seconds after ignition stops. Timestamp reads 2:47 p.m. Saturday, May 18th, 2024. Hughes approaches before she can open her door. His boots crunch on the asphalt. Deliberate steps. Slow. He's not in a hurry. He wants her to see him coming. He taps on her window. Hard. 3 times. Gloria rolls it down. Her hands stay visible, both on the steering wheel. She's done this before, not here, not with this officer. But she knows the script. Stay calm, stay compliant. Don't give them a reason. Afternoon, ma'am. Hughes leans down. Close. Too close. His breath smells like coffee and something sour. License and registration, please. Gloria reaches for her purse slowly. Officer, can I ask why I'm being stopped? You can ask. Doesn't mean I gotta answer yet. He watches her hand move toward the glove compartment. Slow. Real slow. She hands him both documents. Her license, her registration, insurance card tucked behind it. Tucked. Everything is current. Everything is legal. Hughes studies the license, longer than necessary. His eyes flick from the photo to her face. Back to the photo. He's making a show of it. This is your vehicle, Ms. Sanders? Yes, sir. Registered to you? Yes, sir. Where are you headed? Soccer practice, Riverside Park, my daughter and her teammates. Hughes glances into the back seat. 3 kids stare back at him. Zoe's eyes are wide, scared. Marcus sits frozen. Lily's hand grips her phone. Soccer practice, Hughes repeats. Flat, like he doesn't believe her. In this neighborhood. The park is 10 minutes from here. Uh-huh. He walks around the minivan. Slow circle, checking the taillights, the tires, looking for something, anything. He taps the rear bumper with his knuckle. Registration sticker's about to expire. It's valid through June, sir. I said it's about to expire. That's a warning. He comes back to her window. Step out of the vehicle, please. Gloria's stomach tightens. Officer, I don't understand. Have I violated a traffic law? I'll determine that. Step out. In the middle row, Vincent doesn't move. He's watching through the gap between the front seats. His phone is in his hand. Recording. The angle captures Hughes' face. The timestamp. Everything. Gloria opens her door. Slowly. She steps out onto the hot pavement. The sun beats down. Sweat forms at her hairline. She's wearing jeans and a plain blue shirt. Nothing flashy, nothing threatening. Just a mom in a parking lot. Hands where I can see them, Hughes says. She raises them slightly, palms open. Across the parking lot, Jennifer Wilson is waiting for her daughter's practice to start. She sees Gloria, sees the officer, sees Gloria's hands raised. Jennifer pulls out her phone, starts recording. She doesn't know why yet, just instinct. Something feels wrong. Tyrone Brown is 2 cars over, waiting for his son Marcus. He sees it too. His phone comes out. He angles it toward Hughes and Gloria. Doesn't say anything, just records. Hughes walks around Gloria, close, inspecting. Are you nervous, Miss Sanders? No, sir. You're sweating. It's 90 degrees outside. Uh-huh. Where were you before this? Home. Then I picked up my husband. Then we came here. Your husband. Hughes looks at the minivan. He sees a man in the middle row. Gym clothes. No uniform. Civilian. He is there? Yes, sir. Tell him to step out too. Vincent doesn't move. Not yet. He's still recording, waiting for Hughes to violate procedure clearly enough that it can't be explained away. Gloria's voice stays steady. Officer, can you please tell me what this is about? Pop your trunk. I'd like to know why. I smell marijuana. Pop the trunk, or I'll pop it myself. There's no marijuana. The minivan smells like soccer gear and old French fries. Hughes is manufacturing probable cause. Gloria knows it. Jennifer and Tyrone know it. Vincent knows it. Zoe starts crying in the back seat. Soft at first, then louder. Mommy? Hughes's radio crackles. He pulls it to his mouth. Dispatch, this is Unit 12. I need backup at the BP on Midlothian. Uncooperative subject. Possible narcotics. Gloria's hands start to shake now. Not from fear. From rage she has to swallow. From humiliation in front of her daughter. From knowing that 11 women before her filed complaints about this exact officer and nothing happened. She thinks about those 11 women. She makes herself remember. This moment. This timestamp. Every word. 2:49 p.m. The officer demands a trunk search. No probable cause. My daughter is crying. Witnesses recording. Hughes steps closer. His hand moves toward her arm. Gloria takes a breath. Officer, I do not consent to a search. I'd like to know what probable cause you have. You don't get to ask questions. I ask. You answer. Hughes grabs her wrist. Not hard enough to bruise. Hard enough to control. Turn around. Hands behind your back. Officer, please, my daughter is watching. Should have thought about that before you drove around with drugs in your car. There are no drugs in my car. Hughes yanks her arm, spins her toward the minivan. Her shoulder hits the door frame. Not violent, just rough enough to make it clear who has power here. Zoe screams, not words, just sound, pure terror. Marcus tries to hold her back. She's reaching for the door handle, trying to get to her mother. Vincent's hand is on his own door handle now. He's counting seconds, waiting for the exact moment when intervention is justified. Not yet. Hughes hasn't crossed the final line. Yet. Jennifer Wilson moves closer, phone raised. Officer, I'm recording this. Hughes doesn't look at her. Ma'am, step back or I'll cite you for interference. I'm a citizen observing a public interaction. I said step back, Tyrone Brown calls out from his car. He hasn't told her what she's being charged with. Hughes ignores him. He walks around to the back of Gloria's minivan, tests the trunk. Locked. He returns to Gloria. Give me your keys. I don't consent to a search. You got something to hide? I have a constitutional right. Don't quote the Constitution at me, lady. You think you're smart because you got a fancy car and a job? You think that makes you special? His voice rises, loud enough for everyone to hear. In this neighborhood, driving around like you own the place? Another car pulls into the parking lot. Amanda Moore. She's dropping her daughter Lily off for practice. But she sees Gloria against the minivan, sees the officer's posture. Amanda's a lawyer. Family law, not criminal defense. But she knows it's wrong when she sees it. She gets out of her car, approaches. Officer, I'm an attorney. Can you explain what violation occurred here? Hughes finally turns. And you are? Amanda Moore. I'm asking what grounds you have for this stop. This doesn't concern you, ma'am. It concerns me when I witness a potential Fourth Amendment violation in a public... Last warning. Back up, now. Amanda doesn't back up. She stands 10 feet away. Phone out, recording. For the record, I'm witnessing this interaction. The subject has stated she does not consent to a search. Hughes's radio crackles. Unit 12, this is dispatch. Backup is en route. ETA is 3 minutes. Gloria's breathing comes faster now. Not panic, control. She's counting in her head. 2:51 p.m. Officer requested backup. Officer grabbed my wrist. Officer demanded keys without a warrant. Daughter is crying. 3 witnesses recording. Backup arrives in 2 minutes, not 3. A second cruiser pulls in, lights flashing. Officer Travis Bennett steps out. He's younger than Hughes, 29, 6 years on the force. He looks uncomfortable. Hughes waves him over. Need you to secure the vehicle while I search it. Bennett approaches Gloria's minivan. He sees the kids in the back, Zoe crying. Marcus is silent. Lily started. His face changes. Something like guilt. Hughes, what's the stop for? Bennett asks quietly. Probable cause. The smell of marijuana. Bennett doesn't smell marijuana. Neither does anyone else. But he doesn't contradict his senior officer. That's not how it works. That's not how you survive in a department where loyalty matters more than truth. Hughes returns to Gloria. Last chance. Keys. Or I call a tow truck and we do this at the impound. You have no legal right. I have every right. You're operating a vehicle in a suspicious manner in a high-crime area. This isn't a high-crime area, Amanda calls out. I've lived here 12 years. Hughes spins toward her. You want to get arrested too. Keep talking. The parking lot has become a theater. 5 adults watching. 3 kids trapped inside a minivan. 2 officers. 1 woman standing alone with her hands raised because putting them down might be interpreted as resistance. Vincent watches Hughes's hand move toward his belt, toward the handcuffs. He's done waiting. Gloria sees her daughter's face through the window. Zoe has stopped crying. She's gone silent. That's worse. That's the moment when something breaks inside a child. When trust in authority dies. When the world stops feeling safe. Gloria thinks about the 11 women who filed complaints. She wonders if their children watched too. If their daughters learned the same lesson Zoe is learning right now. That compliance doesn't guarantee safety. That respectability doesn't earn respect. That doing everything right still leaves you vulnerable to someone who decides you don't belong. 2:53 p.m. Officer preparing to handcuff the subject. No charges stated. No Miranda rights. No explanation. Hughes pulls the cuffs from his belt. Metal glints in the sunlight. He reaches for Gloria's wrist again. The back door of the minivan opens. A man in gym clothes steps out. Hughes doesn't notice at first. He's focused on Gloria, on the cuffs in his hand, on asserting control. Bennett notices. His eyes widen. His posture changes. He takes a step back. Hughes, Bennett says. Quiet. Urgent. Hughes. Hughes doesn't hear him. He's reaching for Gloria's arm. The man in gym clothes walks forward. 3 deliberate steps. His sneakers make no sound on the asphalt. But something about his movement makes Jennifer Wilson lower her phone slightly. Makes Tyrone Brown hold his breath. Bennett tries again. Louder. Hughes, stop! Hughes turns, annoyed. What? He sees the man. Civilian clothes. No uniform, no threat. Just some guy who should mind his own business. Sir, get back in the vehicle, Hughes says. The man doesn't respond. He lifts the hem of his t-shirt, just slightly, just enough. A badge catches the sunlight. Gold. Unmistakable. Hughes's eyes focus on it. The shape. The seal. Richmond Police Department. But not a regular badge. Different design. Higher rank. His gaze moves from the badge to the man's face. Recognition spreads like cold water through his veins. Vincent Sanders. The new chief. 5 months in office. The reformer. The one who's been asking questions about complaint procedures. The one who requested internal files on problematic officers. The one Hughes hoped would stay in his office and leave street cops alone. Hughes' face changes color, from sun-flushed red to pale gray. The transformation takes 3 seconds. His hand, still reaching for Gloria, drops to his side. "Chief Sanders?" His voice cracks. He clears his throat, tries again. "Chief, I didn't—" Vincent speaks. His voice is quiet, calm, lethal. "Officer Hughes, step away from my wife." Silence. Complete. Total. Even Zoe stops crying. The world holds its breath. Hughes steps back. 1 step, 2. His hands rise slightly. Is an unconscious gesture. Surrender without words. Bennett's face has gone white. He knows what this means. He knows he's a witness to his colleague's career ending. He takes another step back, distancing himself. Vincent continues walking forward, stops beside Gloria. Doesn't touch her, doesn't comfort her. That's the husband's instinct. He's choosing the badge right now. He needs to be the chief. "You requested backup for an uncooperative subject," Vincent says. Each word is measured, precise. "What probable cause justified this stop?" Hughes opens his mouth. Nothing comes out. His throat has gone dry. "I asked you a question, officer." "Sir, the vehicle matched a description, What description?" "There was a report of—" "What report? What date and time? What case number?" Hughes can't answer. There is no report. They both know it. Vincent's voice drops lower. "You pulled over my wife, in front of my daughter. You grabbed her wrist. You demanded a search without consent. You called for backup on a soccer mom buying snacks." He pauses, lets it sink in. "And you did all of this while I sat in that vehicle, watching, recording, every word, every movement, every violation of procedure." Hughes's hands are shaking now, visible tremors. Jennifer Wilson zooms in with her phone camera, captures it, the moment a bully realizes he's been caught. Vincent looks at Bennett. "Officer Bennett, you're dismissed. Return to your vehicle." Bennett doesn't argue. He turns, walks, gets in his cruiser, sits there with his hands on the wheel, not driving away, not leaving, just waiting to see how bad this gets. Vincent turns back to Hughes. "Monday morning, 8 a.m., my office. Bring your union representative. Bring a lawyer. You'll need both." Hughes finds his voice. "Chief, I was just doing my job." "Your job." Vincent's tone doesn't change. Still quiet, still calm. Somehow that makes it worse. "We'll discuss what your job is, and what it was. Monday, 8 a.m. He turns to Gloria. His face softens, just slightly. "Get the kids to practice. I'll handle this." Gloria doesn't show relief, doesn't cry, doesn't collapse. She nods once, gets back in the minivan. Her hands are steady on the wheel now. Zoe's voice from the back, small, confused. "Daddy, why was he mean to Mommy?" Vincent doesn't answer. He's still watching Hughes. Monday morning, 8 a.m., Richmond Police Department headquarters. Officer Clayton Hughes arrives 47 minutes early. He sits in his truck in the parking lot. Engine off. Hands on the wheel, staring at the building he's walked into for 15 years. Today it looks different. Hostile. Like it's already decided he doesn't belong. His union representative, Captain Derek Johnson, meets him at the entrance. Johnson is 52, 28 years on the force. He's seen officers survive worse than this. At least that's what he tells Hughes. "Keep your answers short. Don't volunteer information. We've got you." Hughes nods, but his uniform shirt is already damp with sweat. and it's only 65 degrees outside. They walk through the building. Other officers see him. Some nod, most look away. Word travels fast in a department this size. Everyone knows about Saturday. Everyone knows the chief's wife. Everyone knows Hughes is finished. The waiting area outside Vincent's office has 4 chairs. Hughes sits in one. Johnson sits beside him. They wait. 23 minutes. No one offers coffee. No one makes small talk. The secretary types and doesn't look up. At 8:31, the door opens. Chief Sanders will see you now. Vincent's office is larger than Hughes expected. Clean desk, American flag in the corner, framed commendations on the wall, and one other person. A woman Hughes doesn't recognize. She's late 30s, black, sharp suit, no smile. Vincent gestures to 2 chairs across from his desk. Officer Hughes, Captain Johnson. Captain, this is Detective Emma Wright, Internal Affairs. Hughes feels his stomach drop. IA. This isn't a conversation. This is an investigation. Wright sits beside Vincent. She has a file in front of her. Thick, very thick. She opens it slowly, deliberately. Lets Hughes see the tabs, the pages, the documentation. Vincent speaks first. Officer Hughes, you're here regarding the incident on May 18th at approximately 14:47 hours. BP gas station, Midlothian Turnpike. Do you recall that interaction? Yes, sir. Before we discuss Saturday, Detective Wright needs to provide some context. Wright turns pages, finds one, slides it across the desk. Officer Hughes, are you familiar with the internal affairs complaint process? Yes, ma'am. Are you aware of how many complaints have been filed against you during your tenure? Hughes hesitates. A few. Standard for street patrol. 11, Wright says. Flat, factual. 11 separate complaints, spanning 6 years, from 2018 to 2024. She pulls out more pages, slides them across one at a time, like dealing cards, each one a separate life, a separate incident. Complaint number 1, February 2018, Sharice Williams, 36-year-old high school teacher. You stopped her for a broken taillight. Except her taillight wasn't broken. She complained. Investigation found insufficient evidence. Case closed. Hughes says nothing. Complaint number 3, August 2019, Tamara Johnson, dental hygienist. You detained her for 45 minutes, called in a K9 unit because you claimed to smell marijuana. The dog found nothing. She missed her son's birthday dinner. She complained. Investigation found you followed proper procedure. Case closed. Wright's voice doesn't change. No emotion, just facts. Complaint number 7, March 2022. Angela Martinez, paralegal. You searched her vehicle without consent, found nothing. She complained. You stated she gave verbal consent. No recording. Your word against hers. Case closed. She keeps going. 11 complaints. 11 women. 11 times the system said insufficient evidence. Hughes shifts in his chair. Johnson puts a hand on his arm. Stay quiet. Wright closes that section of the file, opens another. These complaints showed a pattern. So I ran your traffic stop data. Would you like to know what I found? She doesn't wait for an answer. From September 2023 to April 2024, 8 months. You conducted 63 traffic stops. 63. Do you know what percentage of those stops involved Black or Latina women? Silence. 89%. 56 stops, 89%. And of those 56 stops, how many resulted in citations or arrests? More silence. 5. 5 citations. 51 stops where you detained someone, questioned them, sometimes searched their vehicle, and then let them go. No ticket, no arrest. No explanation. Wright pulls out a map, slides it across. Here's where those stops occurred. See these 3 neighborhoods? historically black, working class, East End, South Side, and Midlothian Corridor. 94% of your stops happen in areas that comprise 8% of your assigned patrol zone. Hughes's jaw tightens. Johnson leans forward. Detective, correlation isn't causation. These are high-traffic areas. They're not high-crime areas, Wright interrupts. I pulled the data. Violent crime in these neighborhoods is actually below the city average. So why is Officer Hughes stopping nearly twice as many vehicles here compared to his wealthier, wider patrol zones? No answer. Vincent speaks now. Let's talk about Saturday. Officer Hughes, I watched the interaction. I recorded it. So did 3 civilian witnesses. Would you like to see your own body cam footage? Hughes looks up. My body cam? Yes. The one you're required to activate during all civilian interactions. The one that uploads automatically to cloud storage. The one you can't delete. Wright opens a laptop, turns it toward Hughes, presses play. Audio fills the room. Hughes's voice. Loud, aggressive. Where'd you steal this car from? Then Gloria's response. Calm, respectful. Then Hughes again. You people are always hiding something. You people. On camera. With a timestamp. Undeniable. The video plays for 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Every demand, every escalation, every violation of procedure. Hughes watches himself grab Gloria's wrist, watches himself call for backup with no justification, watches himself reach for handcuffs. The video stops. The room is quiet. Vincent closes the laptop. Officer Hughes, you violated 4 separate departmental policies. You conducted a stop without reasonable suspicion. You demanded a search without probable cause. You used physical contact without necessity. And you requested backup under false pretenses. Hughes finally speaks. Chief, I followed my training. Your training doesn't include racial profiling. I didn't. You people, Vincent says. Quiet. That's what you said? You people. On camera. To my wife. In front of my daughter. Johnson tries to intervene. Chief Sanders, with respect, this is a single incident taken out of context. 11 complaints isn't a single incident. 63 stops isn't context. This is a pattern. Wright opens another section, the thickest one yet. Let's talk about metro towing. Hughes's face goes gray again. In the past 3 years, you've called metro towing for 47 vehicle impounds. 47. Do you know who owns metro towing? Silence. Dale Richardson, your brother-in-law, married to your sister Diane. And do you know what metro towing charges for an impound? $380 base fee, plus $95 per day storage. Senator Wright pulls out bank statements, highlighted entries. These are your personal bank records, subpoenaed this morning. Deposits from DJR Consulting. That's Dale Richardson's side company. $8,500 deposits over 3 years, always within 2 weeks of you calling his tow truck. Total, $52,000. The number hangs in the air. Hughes's hands start shaking, visible tremors. He grips the armrests of his chair. Johnson's face has changed too. He didn't know about the money. The union protects bad cops, but they don't protect criminal enterprise. Officer Hughes, Vincent says, you're on administrative leave effective immediately. Turn in your badge, your service weapon, your department vehicle keys. You're not to enter any RPD facility without authorization. A formal investigation is underway. You'll be notified of further proceedings. Hughes doesn't move. Your badge, officer. Hughes reaches to his belt. His fingers fumble. The badge falls, hits the desk. He tries to pick it up, drops it again. Wright picks it up for him, sets it in front of Vincent. Hughes stands. His legs aren't steady. Johnson stands with him. They walk to the door. Vincent's voice stops them. Officer Hughes, 12 complaints now. 12 women who knew something was wrong. 11 of them were told the system didn't care. My wife was number 12. The difference is, this time, someone was watching. Hughes leaves. The door closes behind him. He walks through the building, past officers who don't meet his eyes, past the duty desk where he used to joke with dispatchers, past the parking lot where he used to feel safe. His hands are still shaking when he gets to his truck. By Wednesday, the union will call a press conference. By Thursday, Gloria's phone will start ringing. By Friday, everything will get worse before it gets better. But right now, at this moment, Clayton Hughes knows one thing with absolute certainty. His career is over. Here is Wednesday, May 22nd. The Richmond Police Benevolent Association holds a press conference. 11 a.m. City Hall steps. 6 reporters show up. Captain Derek Johnson stands at the podium. Union president, 28 years on the force, dress uniform, medals gleaming. Officer Clayton Hughes is a decorated veteran with 15 years of exemplary service. Johnson begins. Voice steady, practiced. He has received multiple commendations. He has served this community with distinction, and now his career is being destroyed because of one incident involving the chief's family. The word family lands heavy. Intentional. We support reform, but we cannot support a process where personal relationships compromise professional objectivity. When an officer's career hinges on who he unknowingly interacted with, that's not justice. That's a dangerous precedent. Technically defensible, politically strategic. It reframes everything. Makes it about Vincent's marriage, not Hughes's misconduct. By afternoon, 3 outlets run the same angle. Chief's wife traffic stop raises ethics questions. Police union questions impartiality. Personal or professional, chief under fire. Not one mentions the 11 prior complaints. Not one talks about body cam footage. Not one asks about $52,000. Gloria sees the headlines during lunch, sitting in her car, reading articles that make her the problem. Her supervisor called her that morning, gentle tone, concerned face. Gloria, maybe take some personal time, until this blows over. The firm doesn't want to appear to be taking sides. Political situation. That's what they're calling it. She said she'd think about it. She won't. Her phone buzzes. Unknown number. Your husband set Hughes up. Race baiting won't save his job. Delete. Block. Another text. Different number. 11 complaints? Maybe those women should drive better. Delete. Block. You got your chief to railroad a good cop. Hope it was worth it. She stops checking. That evening, Vincent stands in the driveway. Someone spray-painted his personal car. One word. Red. Rat. He filed a report. Doesn't expect anything. The responding officer was polite, professional, but Vincent saw the resentment, the rank-and-file closing ranks. Gloria finds him there. We can repaint it. It's not about the paint. She knows. It's the message. You broke the code. Vincent turns. I can drop this. Desk duty for Hughes. Quiet resolution. No hearing. No media. We could... No. Gloria. No. Firm. 11 women before me stayed quiet or got nowhere. If we stop now, what do I tell Zoe? That we only fight when it's convenient? His phone rings. Unknown number. Ignores it. Rings again. Different number. He turns it off. Upstairs, Zoe hasn't slept through the night since Saturday. 3 nights straight. She wakes crying. Nightmares about the police. About her mother disappearing. Gloria sits with her until she sleeps, then lies awake counting hours. Thursday morning. Gloria's inbox has 47 messages, half supportive, half vicious. She stops reading after 10, but one email is different. Subject, I was stopped too. Sender, Sharice Williams. Gloria opens it. Ms. Sanders, I saw your name in the news. I filed a complaint against Officer Hughes in 2018. They said there was insufficient evidence. I had my 16-year-old daughter in the car. He searched it anyway, tore apart her backpack, found nothing. She cried the whole way home. I'm a teacher. I teach respect for authority. How do I do that when authority didn't respect me? If you're fighting this, I want to help. I kept records, photos, receipts. He thought I'd forget. I didn't. Gloria reads it 3 times, forwards it to Detective Wright, replies to Charisse. Thank you. You're not alone. Neither am I. By Friday, 22 more emails arrive. Different women. Same story. Hughes pulled them over. Questioned. Searched. Released with no explanation. Most never filed complaints. Didn't think anyone would listen. Now, someone might. Friday evening. Richmond Times reporter Simone Clark publishes Suspended Officer's History. 11 complaints, all dismissed. Someone leaked the IA files. Wright won't confirm. Doesn't deny. The story includes stop data, the map, the percentages, quotes from 3 complainants, names, Metro towing, traces the money. Suddenly, the narrative shifts. Not about the chief's wife getting special treatment, about a system protecting a problem officer for 6 years while dozens of women suffered silently. Comments fill up. More women sharing stories. Not just Hughes. Other officers, other stops, other humiliations. A pattern emerging. Gloria sits at her kitchen table that night, Vincent beside her. Zoe finally fell asleep upstairs. 23 women's emails open on her laptop. 23 voices saying the same thing. We thought we were alone. We thought no one would believe us. We thought complaining would make it worse. Vincent looks at the screen. What do you want to do? Gloria thinks about Zoe's nightmare, about the spray paint, about her supervisor's gentle suggestion to disappear. Then she thinks about Charisse Williams, about a 16-year-old girl crying in a car, about 11 complaints were dismissed, about 56 women stopped for no reason. I want to fight, she says. Vincent nods. Then we fight. But neither of them knows yet how dark it's about to get. Saturday night, 1 week after the BP station. Zoe wakes up screaming. Gloria runs to her room, finds her daughter sitting up in bed, eyes wide, breath coming in gasps. The police are taking you away, Zoe sobs. They're putting handcuffs on you and I can't stop them and you're gone. Gloria holds her, rocks her. It's okay. I'm here. I'm right here. But what if they come back? What does Gloria say to that? That it won't happen again? She can't promise that, not honestly. Not when the system that protected Hughes for 6 years is still intact. Daddy will keep us safe, Zoe whispers. Gloria feels something break inside her chest. Her daughter shouldn't have to rely on her father's rank for safety. That's not how it's supposed to work. She stays until Zoe falls back asleep, then goes downstairs, sits at the kitchen table, stares at nothing. Vincent finds her there at 2 a.m. You okay? No. He sits. They don't talk. What is there to say? Their daughter is traumatized, their community is divided, his department resents him, her job is threatening to push her out, and they're doing this because it's right. Because someone has to. But right doesn't make it easier. Monday morning, Zoe goes back to school. 3rd period. Lunch. She sits with her usual friends. Then Tyler Morrison walks by. His father is a police officer. Works with Hughes. My dad says your mom is a liar, Tyler announces, loud enough for 3 tables to hear. She got Officer Hughes fired because she doesn't like cops. Zoe's face goes red. She doesn't respond. Doesn't know how. Tyler continues. My dad says your whole family hates the police. Even your dad. He's a traitor. Zoe's teacher intervenes, sends Tyler to the principal, but the damage is done. Zoe comes home quiet, withdrawn. won't talk about her day. That evening, she asks Gloria a question that cuts deeper than any spray paint. "Mommy, do you hate the police?" Gloria's throat tightens. "No, baby. I love your father. I respect people who protect us." "Then why did you get Officer Hughes in trouble?" "He did something wrong. He was mean to me for no reason. That's different from hating all police." Zoe's 9. Too young to process institutional racism. Too young to understand the difference between criticizing actions and condemning people. She just knows her world feels dangerous now. "I wish you didn't say anything," Zoe whispers. "Then everything would be normal." Gloria goes to her bedroom, closes the door, sits on the edge of the bed, and cries. Not quiet tears, full sobs, the kind that leave you empty. She brought this into their home. She could have stayed silent, could have driven away from that gas station and absorbed the humiliation like 11 women before her, could have protected her daughter from nightmares and schoolyard cruelty. Her phone rings. Her mother. "Baby, I saw the news. Maybe you should let this go. These people have power. They can make your life difficult." "They already are, Mama." "Then why keep fighting?" Gloria doesn't have a good answer, just a memory. Her father. 10 years gone now. Teaching her at age 12. When someone's wrong, you speak up, even if your voice shakes, even if you're scared, because silence is consent. She's scared now, voice shaking, but she hears her father's words. Tuesday afternoon. Gloria sits in her parked car outside Zoe's school, crying again, alone. The lowest she's been since this started. Her phone buzzes, email from Harassed Williams, then another from Tamara Johnson, then Kenya Anderson, then 17 more. Women she's never met, sharing stories, offering support, saying the same thing. "Thank you for not staying quiet." Gloria reads every email, wipes her face, takes a breath. Vincent texts, "You okay?" She replies, "No, but I'm not giving up." Wednesday night. Gloria writes an email to Simone Clark at the Richmond Times. Subject, "I want to tell my story." She hits send before she can change her mind. By Thursday, the tide begins to turn. Thursday, May 29th. The Richmond Times publishes Gloria's interview. Front page, above the fold. "I was stopped for driving while black. What happened next changed everything." The article is long, detailed. Gloria's words unfiltered. She talks about Zoe's nightmares, about the spray paint, about her supervisor suggesting she disappear, but mostly she talks about the 11 women who came before her. "This isn't about my husband's job. This isn't personal vendetta. This is about a pattern. 11 complaints filed. 11 times the system said insufficient evidence. I'm complaint number 12. The only difference? Someone with power was watching. That's not justice. That's luck." Within 48 hours, 23 women contact the newspaper. Same officer. Similar stories. Same outcome. Dismissed. Ignored. Forgotten. Harassed Williams, 42, high school English teacher. Stopped in 2018. Daughter 16 at the time. Hughes searched their car for 30 minutes. Found nothing. Her daughter missed a college interview. Harassed filed a complaint. Got a letter 3 months later. Insufficient evidence to support allegations. Tamara Johnson, 38, dental hygienist. Stopped in 2019. Hughes called a K9 unit. Claimed he smelled marijuana. The dog alerted on nothing. She sat on the curb for 45 minutes while Hughes went through her trunk. She missed her son's birthday dinner. Filed a complaint. Officer followed proper procedure. Kenya Anderson, 29, graduate student pursuing a PhD in molecular biology. Stopped in 2023 at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. Stone sober. Hughes made her recite the alphabet backwards. made her walk a straight line, made her touch her nose with her eyes closed. Then let her go. No ticket, no apology, no explanation. She didn't file a complaint. Thought it wouldn't matter. She was right. Until now. Friday afternoon. Jennifer Wilson creates a change.org petition. Fire Officer Hughes, reform, stop protocols, create independent oversight. She shares it on the Riverside Park Soccer Parents Facebook group. It spreads. Other groups, other networks. By Sunday night, 3,200 signatures. Local, national, international. Monday, June 3rd. Bethel AM Church on Broad Street. Community meeting. 150 people show up. Standing room only. News cameras in the back. Gloria speaks first. Calm. Factual. Same quiet power she showed at the gas station. I'm not special. I'm lucky. Lucky that my husband had power when I needed it. But justice shouldn't require luck. It shouldn't require knowing the right person. It should be automatic, for everyone. 17 women stand up and share stories publicly for the first time. Not just about Hughes, about other officers, about stops that felt wrong, about searches that violated rights, about humiliation in front of children. The media coverage shifts completely. This isn't Chief's wife controversy anymore. This is systemic, documented, undeniable. Amanda Moore, the lawyer parent from the BP parking lot, stands. I'm offering pro bono legal representation for civil rights claims. Anyone who wants to file suit, I'll help coordinate. Tyrone Brown, Marcus's father, announces he's organizing a second meeting. Bigger venue. We're done being quiet. Council member Lisa Taylor attends, sits in the back, takes notes. Tuesday morning, she files a motion. The City Council will hold a public hearing on police accountability. June 12th, 7 p.m. Open testimony, followed by a vote on Officer Hughes' employment and departmental policy reforms. The motion passes. 7-2. 23 women. 3,000 signatures. 150 voices in a church. And finally, a hearing. The system is being forced to look. June 8th. 4 days before the hearing. Detective Emma Wright receives an email at 6:43 a.m. Sender: Officer Travis Bennett. Subject: You need to see this. One attachment. PDF. 3 pages. Wright opens it, reads the first line. Her coffee goes cold in her hand. She forwards it to Vincent immediately. Calls him 30 seconds later. Chief, we need to meet, now. Not at the station. They meet at a diner on the edge of town. 7:15 a.m., empty except for 2 truckers and a waitress who doesn't care who they are. Wright slides her laptop across the table. Bennett sent this an hour ago. He's been carrying it for 14 months. Said he couldn't sleep anymore. Vincent reads, internal memo. Dated March 2023, from Captain Derek Johnson, district supervisor at the time, now the union president. Now the man is defending Hughes on television. 2. Hughes, Martinez, Foster, Brooks, Williams, Patterson, Bennett. Subject: Q2 performance metrics. Gentlemen, our tow contracts are underperforming. Metro Towing needs 45 vehicles per month to justify their city contract. Current numbers are at 28. We need to improve. Focus enforcement on Midlothian Corridor, South Side, and East End neighborhoods. High vehicle value, low legal pushback from residents. Remember, odor of marijuana remains sufficient probable cause under state law. Use your judgment. Quota expectations. Minimum 6 stops per week. Minimum 2 tows per month. Failure to meet benchmarks will be reflected in performance reviews. Vincent reads it twice, then looks at Wright. This isn't a rogue officer. This is institutional design. It gets worse, Wright says. She opens another file. We did forensic extraction on Hughes's phone. Text messages. He kept everything. She scrolls to 1. Hughes to Officer Dale Martinez. Johnson wants 12 stops this week. Midlothian is easy pickings. Soccer moms don't lawyer up. Another. Hughes to an unknown number. She complained. Don't worry. Union will handle it. Date matches one of the 11 complaints. 2022. Another. Hughes to Martinez. New chief is a problem. Asking too many questions. Johnson says keep our heads down. Another. Racist language. Explicit. Not graphic enough to quote directly, but clear bias. Undeniable. Wright closes the laptop. City Comptroller Angela Davis finished the financial audit yesterday. Metro Towing paid $680,000 to the city over 3 years. Contract revenue. Hughes received $52,000 from Dale Richardson. 3 other officers got a combined $87,000. And Johnson? He's clean? Vincent asks. His brother owns the storage lot Metro Towing uses. Guess how much rent? $120,000 over 3 years, paid by Metro Towing. The chain is complete. Johnson creates the pressure. Officers make the stops. Tow company gets the vehicles. Money flows back through family connections. Everyone profits except the women who get stopped for no reason. Vincent sits back. We're not firing one cop. We're dismantling a conspiracy. RICO is possible, Wright says. Federal civil rights violations are certain. I already contacted the FBI. By noon, the Washington Post has the story. Virginia Police Department accused of quota-based towing scheme targeting minority neighborhoods. By 3 p.m., the ACLU issued a statement. Systemic civil rights violations. By 5 p.m., the Department of Justice announces a preliminary inquiry. By 7 p.m., Captain Derek Johnson resigns as union president. Issues statement through attorney. Administrative oversight. No criminal intent. Cooperating with the investigation. No apology, no acknowledgement, just lawyer speak and retreat. Hughes's attorney calls Wright that night. My client wishes to discuss cooperation in exchange for reduced charges. Translation, Hughes will testify against Johnson to save himself. The hearing is in 4 days. The evidence is overwhelming. The system can't ignore this anymore. 23 women, 3,000 signatures, 1 leaked memo. Justice doesn't always come fast, but sometimes it comes completely. June 12th, 7 p.m., Richmond City Hall, council chambers packed. Chambers. 53 people. 6 cameras. All 9 council members present. Council member Lisa Taylor gavels to order. We're here to address allegations against Officer Clayton Hughes and vote on departmental reforms. Chief Sanders. Vincent stands, uniform pressed, voice clinical. He's the chief tonight, not the husband. On May 18th, Officer Hughes conducted a stop without reasonable suspicion. He demanded a search without probable cause. He used physical contact without justification. He called backup under false pretenses. All documented on body cam, civilian recordings, and my witness testimony. Pause. This is not isolated. This is a 6-year pattern. Detective Wright projects data. The audience hears her describe it. 11 complaints, 63 stops, 89% Black or Latina women, 52,000 in kickbacks. And this memo establishes quotas targeting specific neighborhoods. She reads it aloud. Every word. The chamber goes silent. Ms. Gloria Sanders wishes to testify, Taylor announces. Gloria approaches, hands steady, voice calm. I'm an accountant. I work with data. The data says I was stopped for my skin color, but data doesn't show my daughter crying. Data doesn't measure her nightmares. She looks at each council member. 11 women before me complained. System said, not our problem. I'm number 12. The difference? My husband has power. That's not justice. That's luck. Her voice hardens. Fire Hughes if you want. But if you don't change the system that protected him, I'll be back in 2 years. with 23 other women. Applause. Taylor gavels. Sharice Williams next. I teach respect for authority. How, when authority didn't respect me? Tamara Johnson. I missed my son's birthday for a quota. Kenya Anderson. Master's degree. Asked to recite the alphabet backwards. At 2 p.m., sober. Hughes' attorney reads his statement. Hughes was absent. Officer Hughes regrets any perception of impropriety. He served 15 years. He requests the council consider his full record. Taylor interrupts. His record includes 11 complaints, 52,000 in kickbacks, and texts calling minority women easy pickings. What should we consider? No response. Council member Miller tries. We can't destroy a career over one incident. 11 incidents, 63 stops, 23 victims, Taylor corrects. When does pattern become policy? Miller goes quiet. Taylor calls votes. Terminate Officer Hughes' employment. 7 ayes. Miller and 1 other dissent. Suspend Officers Martinez, Foster, Williams pending federal investigation. 9 ayes. Unanimous. Policy reforms, mandatory body cams, quota prohibition, civilian review board. 8 ayes. Miller votes no. Gavel falls. Officer Clayton Hughes, your employment is terminated effective immediately. This council adopts Ordinance 2024-118. Gloria's face shows no triumph, just exhaustion, relief. Outside, Sharice hugs her. Then Tamara, Kenya, 15 others. No celebration, just acknowledgement. They won. But it shouldn't have taken a police chief in the back seat for the system to listen. 6 months later. November. Same BP gas station, same pump. Gloria fills her tank. Zoe sits in the passenger seat now, 10 years old, growing up faster than Gloria wants. A patrol car pulls into the lot. Different officers, young, professional. He waves. Afternoon, ma'am. Keeps driving. Zoe watches him go. Mommy, was that okay? Yeah, baby. That was just a police officer doing his job. Silence. Then, is it safe now? Gloria pauses. She could lie. Make it simple. But Zoe deserves truth. It's safer, we made it safer, but we have to keep watching. The outcomes are mixed. Hughes fired. Criminal charges pending. Plea deal negotiations drag on. Captain Johnson under FBI investigation. Resigned. Pension at risk. 3 officers suspended. 2 resigned. 1 fighting termination. Metro Towing lost its city contract. Dale Richardson facing civil suits from 23 women. But the real change is Ordinance 2024-118. Body cams are mandatory. Footage public within 72 hours. Quotas banned. Civilian Review Board established with subpoena power. Annual bias training required. Not perfect, but better. Gloria finishes pumping, gets back in. Zoe asks another question. Did it help? What did you did? Gloria thinks about the women who thanked her, about mothers who can drive without fear, about the officers who now know someone's watching. Yeah, it helped. She thought it was just another Saturday. She was wrong. But because she refused to stay silent, the next Saturday might actually be just another Saturday, for everyone. If this story meant something to you, share it, not for clicks, because patterns only change when people refuse to look away. Your voice matters. Your refusal to accept injustice matters. The gas station is still there. The police still patrol. But now, so do the cameras, and the people behind them.